Welcome back, friends. Today we're talking about if a doctor told you that you couldn't walk again, would you simply readjust your life accepting that sentence? This past week, I listened to an interview with former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. Just a backstory, in 2011, she was shot in the head while meeting with constituents outside a supermarket in Tucson, Arizona. Besides her, 6 people were killed that day and 13 others were wounded, including Giffords, and they were being targeted by an anti-government shooter. The bullet damaged the left side of her brain, affecting both her speech and the motor control on the right side of her body. And when she woke up, she was unable to move or talk. Doctors were not sure she would ever talk again. She developed aphasia, a condition where your thoughts are intact, but your brain can't find the words. And at one point, the only word she could actually say was chicken. But through years of therapy, including music and neurological rehab, she slowly regained her ability to speak. And she still works at it every day. So in the interview that I heard, she spoke in short, determined phrases with the support of her assistant when needed. And listening to that made me think about what I see in my everyday life. And it really gets me when someone says to me, for example, in a fitness class, I don't jump anymore. Now, usually what follows is a story about an old injury, about a previous surgery, about pelvic floor leakage. And essentially everything boils down to fear of the body. And whether you're returning from an injury, dealing with the changes that come with aging, or even managing pelvic floor dysfunction, I want you to know that there is always a starting point, a place where you can start from and build off of. No effective physical therapist will ever say to you that you're done jumping for life. So, in my mind, to accept a limitation handed to you by someone else, or even if self-imposed, is to confine your own future. And I'm not saying in this podcast episode that everyone needs to be jumping. I just know that for me in learning plyometrics, it's changed me. It's made me more agile, more confident in how my feet move, and yes, surprisingly springy for my age. So I want to challenge the stories that we've been told about what we cannot do. The doctors are people who told you that you can't XYZ. They don't live in your body. They don't move through your day. They don't have your potential. Primary care doctors and orthopedic surgeons, yes, they're highly trained in medicine, biology, but unless they've studied specifically, for example, nutrition science or exercise science or rehabilitation, they are not experts in those fields. So whatever it is you want to do, there is always a starting point. Now, it will look different for everyone for sure, but it's there. You can do it. You do know how to begin. It's not your body that's holding you back. It's the fear that says you shouldn't try. And fear, it's not the final word. So the question comes back to, if a doctor told you, you're not going to be walking again, are you going to simply accept that or continue to push through? Just remember, there is always a way to start.
I'm Coach Tina. For more information about how to work with me, head to ironstrongfitness.com and send me a message. I'll see you next time.